everybody. Are you going to say hi? Are you going to say hi? Hi. Say hi to the people up there. Right, in the last video I was telling you about Oddy coats and the iron-on waterproofing substance, and this was the reason why I used the Oddy coat. Was I wanted to try it on a pattern that I came across, that I made. And the pattern that I came across, I don't know how I came across it. It was on, I think it was, someone had put it onto Instagram, and I took an immediate like of it. And it had just come out, and I liked it, but I had to join their Facebook group to see what it was all about. And I think they were saying, yes, it's going to come out tomorrow, it's going to come out tomorrow. And it came out the following day. And what it was, it's the Marilyn Wallet. The Marilyn Wallet by Linds Handmade. And it's an American lady. I think she's from Texas or somewhere around there. The nice thing about it is it's got a pen pocket, it's got an ID slot, a zipper pocket, 2 slip pockets, and 10 card slots. Now, it's kind of a one that you could compete with NCW. Not as big as the NCW, but I'm always trying to find purses. I'm trying to find the perfect purse. Anyway, this one, I'm always looking for a good wallet, and this was just, I just thought this was great. So in the previous video I showed you how I waterproofed this fabric, but I also said that what you got to bear in mind is that when you waterproof it, it shrinks. And I cut the pattern out first and then I waterproofed it, but I didn't realise until I got to the very end that I'd shrunk the fabric. So that was the purse that I made, and I've got this beautiful little butterfly, is it a butterfly? It's like a bee, little bee clip that you lift his tail out and you open it up, and there you go inside. And this was my first attempt, bear in mind. You open it up inside. She only gave you 1 little see-through pocket there, but I fancied 2. I felt that that was a total waste of space. And then you've got credit card pockets here, but because mine had shrunk, this side should match that side and have a band down it, but because the fabric had shrunk, it didn't have that band, so I had to cut it right down. But I am thankful because cards can still get into there. And then it's got a little pocket there, it's got a pocket there, and it's got, when you close it, put that back on there. When you close it, it's got a little zip on the top, and you've got a little money purse there. So I liked that idea. I made it and I thought, oh, this is lovely. But I was a bit annoyed because I had waterproofed it and it shrank. And I could see the potential of it. Sorry, I could see the potential of it, and I just figured what was nice would be that the phone goes into one of those slip pockets, closes up, and you've got it enclosed in your purse there. I like that idea. And then you've got your cash here. So I made that one despite the fact that I had missed that bit there. And the other thing was my pen goes in there. This was where the mistake was, but my credit cards go that way, so so I should have had my pen pocket going downwards, so that's a failing in it as well. But I still thought it was nice. I thought I'll try and make another one. So that was the first attempt. And I did all this on my standard sewing machine. I didn't use any it wasn't a Juki or an industrial machine. It was just an ordinary standard one. So then I made another one, and I tried it with this navy blue cork. Not as nice a clasp. Again, it was still trial and error. It's got a zip on the top, pocket on the top with a flowery inside for cash. It's got a flap there, and again I thought I'd try 2 pieces of see-through on both sides, and I thought I'd wedge within. It's actually folded, which I shouldn't have done because it makes the see-through stuff slightly blobby in a sense, and that wasn't exactly straight. It didn't go, even though I had it straight, because I was sewing down and then along and sewing up in the process. It actually pulled it down one way and pushed it up the other way, which I was very annoyed about. But having said that, got my pen pocket the right way, got my cards with the band there and with a band there, and then same thing, phone can go in there, close, fold it round, and you're good to go. I thought the colours were lovely inside. I used those are the colours I used. I used it's like a goldy, it's actually a quilting cotton, which I liked, and that's got touches of gold, and that's got touches of copper, and this has touches of gold in the fabric. And then, as I say, I used this the cork fabric. I wasn't sure whether this cork fabric was going to sew very well, but I've found, and I just did this, I didn't do this on an industrial machine. The one thing that I found worked fantastic was the walking foot. I've had this walking foot since I think I bought it at the same time as I bought this machine, because everybody was saying, get a walking foot, get a walking foot, and I didn't like it. And I think I had one in my previous machine, and I kept thinking, why do you want a walking foot? It's so slow and tedious. But I have to say that when you are sewing this sort of thing, it's ideal for sewing it. And I'll show you how good it is. I'll put a picture up of how good those stitches are. I don't know if you can see the stitches there, but they are really nicely spaced. I was well impressed by those. So that was the Marilyn wallet. She's only just made it in 2019. I do like it. Still hasn't ticked all the boxes for me, but I do find it quite practical. So that's the blue one. That was my second attempt, and that was my first attempt. Would I make it again? I would make it for presents for Christmas. So and the other thing I didn't like was I had just used some spare pink zip that I had, and it looks a bit tacky. I wouldn't have put pink. You know, after I'd done it, I thought, as I'm making it, because this is the trial, I was thinking, no, don't use the pink. And then I thought, well, but you know, you might as well get rid of it. Get rid of the pink. You've got loads of pink zips. But on reflection, I should have stuck to more of a fuchsia pink zip. But you know, you live and learn. Every one of these purses I'm making, I'm finding bits out about what the good things are and the bad things are. So I'm well impressed by it. Again, as I say, if you use Oddicoat, coat the Oddicoat on the fabric before you cut the pattern out. Otherwise you will lose some of your pattern. And in the case of this one, if you're using cork or anything thick, walking foot is worth investing in. In fact, I've been using the walking foot for other things, for sewing other clothes and garments, and I'm amazed at how much of a difference it does. It makes the stitches all the same. So yes, I like that. Presents, but still not completely what I'm looking for. The NCW doesn't do it for me. This doesn't do it for me. I have made another one that kind of does it for me, but watch this space and see what happens the next time. So there you go, ladies. Marilyn Wallet by Linds Handmade. If you go onto her Facebook site and ask to join Linds Handmade, Linds Handmade, she will somewhere in there she has a video where she talks you right through start to finish of doing this, making this wallet. Very, very explanatory. I would say you can't go wrong. Duh. With an upside down pen and an upside down, depending on which way you hold it, pockets, and although I mean the pattern, there was not the problem with the pattern for it shrinking. That was my fault. That was the first time I'd ever used Oddicoat, so a lesson learned that I will pass on to you lot, and a walking foot, especially for a cork. So there you go, ladies. I shall get away and I shall catch you next time. Bye.